Quiet, please!
Hey, this is your boy the Duck coming at you with your next fundamental video. Again, hopefully you guys have been enjoying these videos. Hopefully you guys are getting some value from them. Let us know below what you guys think and again, what you'd like to see more of. Again, this classroom series, we're starting it off with just the fundamentals, but keep an eye out. We're gonna probably do some more of these on some other stuff that, you know, kind of will build your skills as a shooter. All right, and again, keep in mind, we're doing this in the context of defensive shooting. One thing I do want to say with all of these fundamentals, a lot of people out there and a lot of really great instructors will have little ways to tweak grip and sights and presentation and stance, and that's fine. Again, by no means do I claim to be the end-all, do-all of all knowledge. As an instructor, realistically, you should always be a student. Trust me, even in the over 10 years I've been teaching, there's things we've changed over the time. Because we learn new things. We change how we do things. How I was taught to shoot 30 years ago has changed from how I shoot today. So education, you know, kind of brings new techniques. So be mindful of that. But again, this is kind of those core fundamentals. So what is next? Well, trigger control. All right, we need to make that gun go bang. Now, what is our goal with trigger control? We want to make this gun go bang without pulling the sights off target. All right, we need to be able to manipulate that trigger, get that gun going bang so that we can launch that projectile towards our threat. But we also don't want to do it in such a fashion that's going to pull that gun side to side, pull it up or down. We want to make sure we're doing this as smoothly as possible. Now, again, don't rag on my drawing here, all right? Because again, it's not what I get paid to do. A lot of people are going to tell you for your trigger press, okay? Couple things here. Your trigger, all right, we need to be manipulating it straight back. Now, some people will tell you to put the pad of your end finger here, that little right there, smack dab in the middle of that pad, is where you need to put it on the trigger. Now, I'm going to tell you the issue I have with that. Let me grab my SIRT pistol here and we'll show you a couple things. Depending on the size hands you have and depending on the size gun you have, how can I commit to always having just right there on that trigger? All right, because even with me with bigger hands, you'll notice that leaves a gap right there along that gun to have just the pad of my finger. All right. What if I had really long fingers and now my finger was all the way out here? Is that going to affect my grip? Hell yeah, it is. All right, what if I have really small hands and I gotta bring my hand further around that gun to get into that finger or get into that trigger? All right, obviously that's gonna be a problem. Okay, so this is something that I just want to 100%. We're just gonna go ahead, we're gonna take our big red marker here and we're just gonna put an X over that because that's crap. All right, what you need to focus on is you need to focus on your pulling that trigger one smooth motion until the gun goes bang. All right, if you can do that with your knuckle, if you can do that with the pad, you can do that with the tip, whatever. It can be done no matter where it is. Just focus on we're doing one smooth press. Now, something else I want to bring up. You're gonna hear people say that you need to take up the slack, feel that resistance or the wall of where that trigger is gonna break, and that's where you need to, you know, then get your sights lined up and then finish. Well, depending on what kind of gun you're shooting, that might actually be kind of unsafe, all right? And on top of that, this is a lot to kind of focus on while I'm having a guy running at me with a knife and I'm trying to get around on target. All right, so here's what I'm gonna tell you. Here's my trick, peanut butter. Now, you're probably thinking, this fat turd just loves peanut butter. You would be partly right. But peanut butter, think of something. Here's a good visual, a good mental exercise you can try. Go home, all right, go to your pantry, pull out a jar of peanut butter. Now, first off, the only peanut butter that should be in your pantry, Jif. Smooth Jif peanut butter. Now that crunchy crap, now that Skippy, Peter Pan maybe in a pinch, but realistically, creamy Jif. All right, it's the only peanut butter you should ever have. But anyways, I want you to take that jar of Jif, open it up. I want you to take your trigger finger and I want you to scoop out some peanut butter. All right, feed it to your dog, feed it to you, whatever. All right, but focus on how that felt. Just that nice, smooth, You're digging out peanut butter. And that is what your trigger press should be. Just one smooth motion until that gun goes bang. Can we do that a little faster? Sure. Can we do that slower? Sure. But I want you to imagine just that nice smooth motion, and that's what your trigger press should be. All right, but again, we want to do that while still maintaining that solid grip. All right, and if we do that properly, our sights should never come off target. All right, if you're pulling that trigger and you see your gun jerk to one side or the other, or jerk up, jerk down, whatever, then maybe we need to slow down. And let's build speed with time. Let's focus on being that smooth peanut butter. Smooth peanut butter. Focus on that and you'll be on the money. All right, hopefully this has been another good video for you. We got 2 more fundamentals left. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this series. We'll see you tomorrow with the next video. Until then, be safe, take care. We'll see you tomorrow.